would say chicken parmesan is my favorite. And the problem with that is that when I go to an Italian restaurant, it's pretty hard for me not to order chicken parm, regardless of whether it's a basic Italian restaurant or a five-star Italian restaurant. It's hard for me not to order chicken parm. No, I didn't, but I spent probably the better part of 4 years trying to hide my Philadelphia accent. So, a lot of the Bostonians aren't real happy with the Philadelphia folks, and there's a big rivalry in sports. So, I often made sure that I wasn't saying the word water like water. So I had to make sure I wasn't using my Philly accent much. I always wanted to be an astronaut, but the issue was I had motion sickness issues. So was really interested in the engineering side of being an astronaut, but then after a few carousel rides and other things, I realized that this is probably, I need to pivot into another position. Yeah, so getting back to the astronaut theme, Neil Armstrong was my childhood hero and loved the whole space, the moon travel. So Neil Armstrong would be the character that I would love to meet. I have several hobbies. I have some that are healthy and some that aren't healthy. So my unhealthy hobby, I love to make pizza, and through COVID times being at home, I think my daughter and I probably ate no fewer than 30 pizzas last year, homemade. I like to play sports, so I'm an avid snow skier, and I go out west a couple times a year. I also like to road bike, and I rode about 3,500 miles last year, thanks to COVID again. And I enjoy golfing, and I also play guitar. I'm always busy. Primarily classic rock. So if I haven't picked up a guitar in a long time, which happens often, probably the song I can play start to finish always is Stairway to Heaven. So I played that probably 1,000 times, and I could probably play it in my sleep. Probably Asia. My son was living in Korea in 2019, and we went for about 2.5 week trip, and we literally went to Singapore, Tokyo, Seoul, Korea, Vietnam. We did this in 2.5 weeks, so we really just did a whirlwind tour of Asia, and it's so much different than any other place we had been in the past. So I think that was probably our best trip ever. Personal prized possession would be my father, who's deceased, had this black onyx ring, and he would always put it on when it was a celebration or a party. So when he passed away, my family gave that to me. So now I do the same. So if I have a special night or I'm going out for a special treat or something, I'll put on my dad's onyx ring. And professionally, several years ago, when we do procedures, we wear lead, like a lead suit to protect us from radiation. And before procedure, a patient gave me a blessed wooden cross. And she asked if I would wear it during the procedure. And so since then, I actually leave this wooden cross in my lead suit, and I've had it in there for the last 10 years. Um, probably, probably from my parents, just the issue of nothing worthwhile comes easy. And that kind of stems from, making sure that you're resilient when you have failure, sort of over prepare for different things. And that's kind of carried through my life, especially in medicine, is I really try to do my best to over prepare for a test, over prepare for a procedure, make sure that I'm really prepared and doing everything possible to have a good outcome.